Hey guys, Sherry G, I'm back. So this morning, I posted a video this morning, and then I posted a post from Martell's Facebook page where he was standing in support of Devin Keith, the councilman from Huntsville, Alabama, that he tried to put on blast 2 weeks ago. You know, he put that post out. Let me see if I can find it. And while I'm looking for it, remember, everything here is alleged. It's of opinion. It's for entertainment and learning purposes. So, let's see. Do I still have that post? I think I deleted it. Anyway, I believe you guys probably seen the post. It was going around everywhere. And it's something to the effect of, can somebody ask Mel if she's going to put up a GoFundMe for Devin Keith? And we're all like, well, who is that? And lo and behold, we find out that Councilman Keith was arrested for shoplifting a $20 item in Walmart. That was 20 weeks ago. I know it's a lot been going on with that situation since then, but I find it kind of odd that 2 weeks later, now Martell is supporting him. So he wrote this big post. I was shocked. First of all, I don't think he wrote the post, but he wrote this long post on his page saying how he's from Huntsville and how he supports and always has supported Devin. But that post that you put out 2 weeks ago certainly wasn't of a man who supports another man. And this is the post, just in case you didn't see it. It is up on my page, and it is all around the internet. But I'm going to quote from Martell's page. And it says, I lived most of my life in District 1, so I know how much has changed because of Devin Keith's leadership. I attended Terry Heights Elementary, Stone Middle, and S.R. Butler. I then went on to attend and graduate from Alabama A&M University. I was brought up in Terry Heights, Butler Terrace, Mason Court, Northwoods, Meadow Hill, Council Court, Lincoln Projects, and Oak Park. I then went on to attend and graduate from Alabama A&M University. So I'm going to hold right there. Because it kind of threw me off. Like, I'm reading this, and I'm like, all of this, I. Like, the whole top part of this thing that he wrote, or post that he got someone else to write, to show how he supported this councilman, but oddly, everything in the top part of it is all about the things that Martell did, instead of just getting straight through and perhaps publicly apologizing. This would have been better if the post was a public apology for the dish that he put out there regarding this councilman 2 weeks ago. And then he went on to say, I apologize. And then he went on to say how he supported him. But it was all about Martell. So that struck me as like, hold up, wait a minute. What is this really about? So in my mind, it's a poor PR move, and it's really too late. The whole top part is about him. And then it goes on to say, though the areas in which I grew up have generally been labeled as property stricken, it should be poverty stricken. So I don't know who wrote this, but they should have got a spell check, or maybe they just didn't understand the true meaning of what it was they were trying to say. They're so caught up in putting Martell out on Front Street, trying to pump him up instead of really apologizing and sincerely apologizing for the dish that he made toward Councilman Keith, and then telling how he really and truly supports him and has always supported him. So, yeah, so he goes on to say, or this goes on to say, as poverty stricken and have been seen as less deserving. I am proud to have been raised there. Many, many great people from those neighborhoods have gone on to do great things. And that is why I have always supported Devin. I saw that his intentions were genuine and that his words were backed by action over and over again. But being a man of action who is deeply committed to his work does not mean that he is a man who is exempt from making mistakes. It should, however, mean that even in the midst of his mistakes, he deserves the same consistent support that he has offered others in the past. I had the privilege of attending the Huntsville City Council meeting on Thursday night and was empathetic to Devin's acknowledgement of how his actions may have impacted his mother, grandmother, family, friends, and constituents. I admire his resolve to move forward despite missteps. Prayers are up. District 1 continue to stay strong through this tough moment. It too shall pass. I really don't believe that was written by Martell, because Martell struggles to actually articulate or put together a speech. You know, we've seen that time and time again when he's done his launch and relaunch of Ines Wines at his recent celebration, you know. But anyway, I digress. I'll move on. But I just thought it was so interesting how the whole top part of this supposed statement of how he supports the councilman was all about him. So I think it was a poor PR move. I don't know who his PR person is, but they really should have sat back and thought about this. And that really is too late. He dished him so horribly, and he never apologized for that here, as if we didn't see it. We saw it. Maybe everybody didn't see it. Maybe he's oblivious to the fact that it was seen. It was seen. And that's how we all know the councilman, us who don't live in Huntsville and didn't see the news. So, yeah, we saw it. And when we went over to the Huntsville News and we actually then watched the news broadcast, you know, and people like myself who like to, you know, research things, of course, I looked up the information on the internet, and that was easy, but it was only because of what Martell had put out initially. So, yeah, and then, you know, Mel put out a post where Boss Babe was doing her speech for Black History Month before she went to bed. She was doing her little performance, you know, for her family. And I mentioned that in my video earlier. But then I saw later on today where Martell had actually posted a picture of himself at Boss Babe's school, and he was supposed to be reading to the classroom, but he mentioned that Boss Babe took over and she actually read to the class. Anyway. And then people were saying, oh, do you think that was a jab at Mel? It could be. It could be a jab at Mel, because when you think about it, it's like he's always doing something after she does it. Like, she had the birthday party for the kids, then he had the birthday party for himself. He never said anything to the children publicly on the internet as far as recognizing their birthdays. People were going in about that. I don't know. It could be. And it could have been just another PR move, but it just wasn't good. I mean, yeah, I wish the best for him. I'm not trying to put him down. I just like to call it like it is. You know, some people want you to just be so positive, but we can be positive at telling the truth too, right? So we can do that in a nice, positive way. We don't have to be ugly and angry about it, although it upsets us. Martell upsets me. His whole energy is off. Now, I wish the best for him because he is a father of 4 young children. In my opinion, he really needs to get some type of real therapy, and not just that little bit that the show offers, and probably not even from that same therapist, but get some real therapy and take time away from the TV, take time away from the show. I don't think we're going to miss that toxic energy. I think there's going to be enough good going on that if he takes that time to get himself together, he won't be missed. I don't know what he has to offer to the show anyway right now. I mean, Sheree's nice and everything, but go on over to Bravo with her and all the toxicity that goes on over with the Bravo people. Anyway, guys, if you haven't done so, hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because I will be back. Until then, ciao.